よいしょ。音声入りましたでしょうか？映像入りましたでしょうか？いつか散りゆくその日まで全力で駆け抜けたい系 VTuber いろはにハイトです。今日はタングルタワー、推理ゲームですね。推理アドベンチャーゲームですね。こちらの続きをやっていきたいと思います。よいしょ。 B さん、ホヘタンについてのメッセージ募集ありがとうございます。よかったらみんなご協力お願いいたします。大輝ありがとう。ガオー。白熊さん、大輝ありがとう。クマよし、今日も続きやっていきます。もしね途中から見る人とかが分かんなかったらどうしようと思って、一応、前回の内容を簡単に見直して、ここにある、簡単な説明を入れました。被害者とその周りの人たちの被害者との関係を簡単にまとめましたので、こちら参考にしながら見ていただければと。前回自分やりながらでもちょっと分かんなかったんだよ。これ誰だっけ、フェリックスって誰だっけ、フィフィって誰だっけってなったから、これが常にここにあればまあパッとこれ見れば分かるだろうと思って。ちょっとでかいかな、これちょっとちっちゃくするか。このぐらい読めるかな。でも字読める？これちっちゃすぎる？大丈夫かな。とりあえずここに参考程度に入れておこうよし、推理を開始。前回こうやって見ると FF って多いんだね。そうなんだよね。あれ PP も多くなかった？確か PP も多いんじゃなかったっけ。これじゃなかった。こっちか。家系図。そうね。PP も割と多いんだよね、多分。パンドラポインターとかさ。これレディーポインターかな。レディーポインター？ロードポインター？ポッピーポインター。だから PP は多分この人かこの人ってことなのかな。あ、だってペネロペポインター。ポピーは長い髪の毛の人だもんね。いや、謎なんだよな。で、前回は一応解けなかった問題がここの部屋、ここのなんだっけ、名前名前すぐ忘れちゃう。あ、これなんだっけ、フィッツの部屋の謎がちょっと解けなかったから、後に回してます。だから今日は前回行ってないここら辺のハテナの部屋に行こうかなと思ってます。そうだ、私で見えないんだそう、私でここら辺が見えないんだよね。この辺りがだが反省はしていない。私を見てくれ私の姿を見てくれ。これポピーの部屋だって。タコがぶら下がってる。オクトパス。
No, it's not.
いや、それは違う。
It has 6 legs, not 8.
足が6本だ。8本ではない。
Don't say it.
ロクトパスまさかの。
It's been framed though. Must be
枠に入
important
っ
for
てる。
someone.
あ、なんかこれも絶対なんかあるでしょう。これも絶対なんかあるよね。あれ、ファってここだっけ。ここがファなんだけど、レミファソラシドレミ。日本語の逆だとそうなんだよね。ロクトパスだもんね。まさかの、そう来ると思わなかった。これ外国版というか、これほら翻訳されてるじゃん。翻訳前の場合だったらなんてなってたんだろうね。12345の上シャープのここで、下が上このなんだっけ、丸いやつ。これ何？丸いやつってなんだっけ。この白っぽい 中が白い開いてるのって何なんだっけ。これも絶対なんか関係あるよね。
Oh, thank goodness. Wouldn't want it to be
Rosaku.
dark in here. A big glass door leads out into a garden. Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
ここはあれ、あそこみたい。なんだっけ。あ、やっぱそうだ。なんだっけ、フィッツの部屋のあれ、あそこなんだっけ。あそこも柄があったよね。あそこも柄あったよね。あれ、もしかしてこれさ、両方見ないとダメ？これ両方の部屋見ないとダメ？待ってね、ポピーが待って、4×4 だよね。1234 4× の4。太陽がある位置をメモしておきます。あっちここじゃなかった？ここら辺とかになかったっけ。太陽がこっち、フィッツがなんかさ、前回さ PP と FF でさ、これフィッツとポピーができてんじゃないっつったけど、ワンチ
I guess
ャ
we'll
ン
come back later.
これ
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly.
本当にそうなんじゃない？
I never realized there were so many shades of blue.
That?
I thought vampires slept
This
in
is a vampire who needs firm support for their
この
lower
吸
back.
血鬼は腰回りのサポートがしっかりしてないとダメなタイプなんだ。
I
That?
thought vampires
This
slept
is a vampire who needs firm support. Oh, thank. Wouldn't want it to be dark.
これは
It's a metronome.
メトロノーム。あ、いや待って、もうよくわかんないの出てくる。
Is it a bomb?
It's supposed to be. Not sure what those symbols are though.
ボタンを押してすべてのダイヤルが一番上の輪にはまるように回転させる。どういうこと？あ、そういう。やばい、わからない。こういうことじゃないですか。ずれる。こういうことですか。待って、いや違うな。いや、ここをずらさないとやっぱダメなのか。いや、難しい。ちょっと待って、これここをずらさないといけないのでは。これ逆回ししたいんだけどな。この状態で回んなきゃいけないってことだよね。さとりちゃん、コンホヘイいらっしゃい。今日はね、推理ゲームの続きをやっております。ここに前回まで出てきた登場人物を載せておりますのでご参考に。今ねこの紫の親友さんポピーの部屋で謎を解いております。あ、これいけるのでは。来た？ダメ？
There we go.
来た。オッケー。
Little hatch unlocked in the back.
小さなカバーが開いた。
Anything in there?
Part of a
写
photograph.
真。残ってたとこじゃないこれ。前回のほら、これだ。これの続きだ。ブロンドの髪にピンクの服を着た女の子。これもしかしてポピーなの？待って、でもカセットもつけてるよ。でもこのカセットは私のじゃないわ、私のに見えないでしょみたいなこと言ってたじゃん。昔はこんな服装してたの？もしかして親に言われてとか、なんか親に言われてああいう格好やめたとかそういう感じ？でも顔違う？聞きに行こう。誰だろう？ 昔のポピーではないのかな。疑惑。
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know. And do you know what kind of music is on this tape? No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be
あな
honest.
たの音楽に非常によく似ているんです。
Sure it doesn't belong to you? Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
でも写
Why
真
not?
Not my color.
あなたは昔こういう色が好きだった。いや、これだよね、絶対。あ、ガモンさん、こんばんは。いらっしゃい。今日は推理アドベンチャーゲームにチャレンジしております。前回に、今回2回目なんですけど、前回までに出てきた登場人物はこちらに記載がございますので、ご参考に。多分昔こういう色が好きだったんでしょうだよね。
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape.
手がかり
Something
が
that
必要。
proves Poppy used to like these.
あ、ここでさっきの写真をこれだろっ
Let's
てや
take
る
a
んだ。
closer look at this.
何？あ、カセットテープはメッセージ？メッセージ？何？あ、違うな、ひび？あ、細かく設定できるんだ。ピンクのカセットテープは事件現場で発見され、あ、違うな。待って、これどこで発見されたっけ？あ、これはあれか、蓄音機の中から出てきたのか。事件現場で発見され、写真のポピーが使っているピンクのカセットプレイヤーと合致する。
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
お、なん
is
か
not
探
me.
偵っぽくなってきた。
I'll prove it.
何？これはなんだ？これは？これ、合わせろってことか。
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up? And
追い
then
詰め
hide
てる、
it?
追い詰めて
I
る。
think the answer is pretty straightforward.
ポピーはそんな見た目でいたくないのだ。この写真はポピーが殺人であることを証明してるわけではない。でもフィーフィーとフレイヤのことが嫌いだとも思えなくない？どっち？嫌いなの？でもポピーはもうそんな見た目でいたくないのだ。好みじゃないの？本当に。どっちだと思う？ポピーはフィフィーとフレイヤのことが嫌いなのだ。嫌いではないのでは？本当は好きなのでは？どっちだろう？嫌いなのだっていうか嫌いになってしまった。そうだよね。なんかそんな気がする。前は多分すごく仲良かっただろうけど、何かしらでこうすれ違いが起きたとかそういうことだよね。あの姿がさ、二人に合わせてたからなのか。いやでもこっちかな。なんで見た目を変更した？そうだね。なんで見た目変更したんだろう。 2人に合わせるのをやめたのか、なんでだ、どっちだろう。これすごい悩むどっちなんだろう。2人に合わせることをやめたのか、だったらこっちな気がする。こっちかな。嫌いではない気がする。かのさんいらっしゃい。初見じゃないのよいらっしゃい。今日もね推理ゲームをやっておりますよ。今ここですごい悩んでる。すごい悩んでるんだけど、2人に合わせる必要がなくなったとしてなぜ。そうなんだよな。もう嫌いになっちゃったとか、一緒にいないからもう無理しなくていいって思ってあの格好に戻ったのか、そんな見た目でいたくないのだ。待ってよ、待って。嫌いになろうと努力してるとか、そうだね。でも離れるために難しすぎる。でもこの被害者のさフレイヤとはフィッツのところに行ってさ、ポピーはお花を見てさ、フレイヤは昆虫のことをこの人に聞いてさ、このフィッツに聞いてさ、仲睦まじくいたんじゃないのかな。俺は一番下の意見ね。嫌いなのだって。いやこれすごい悩む。2人に合わせていたから。嫌いじゃない時は合わせてたから、あの格好無理やりしてた。でもう2人のこと別にいいやって思ってるから、もうそんな見た目じゃなくてもいいやって思ってるのか。もともとああいう格好は好きだったけど、あの2人のことがもう嫌いだし。でもどっちにしろだよな。どっちにしろだよな。こっちかな。見た目に関してどっちにしろだよね。自分の見た目だけの話なら写真まで破く必要はないと思う。確かにそうだね。そうだね。しかもちょうどあの切り目でね。そうだね。見た目だけの話だったら自分のとこだけあんな難しいね。でもこっちな気はする。確かになんか親が絡んでるとかだったら上もあるのかも。家計的になんか悪い身だしなみしてみたいなことを言われてて窮屈に感じてなみたいな親パートのなんか意見とかが過去に出てればこっちだったかもしれないけど、人間関係の話だけだったらこっちなのかも。よし、ポピーはフィーフィーとフレイヤのことが嫌いなのだ。それは確かな。確かとは言い切れない。その答えは簡単だと思います。ダメなの？こっち？ポピーはそんな見た目でいたくないんだ。もうこれ3つとも聞く感じ？それは理由次第だ。彼女がそんな見た目でいるのが嫌だという理由？時間の経過というのはすごく強力ね。
This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy. It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening
ち
to
ょうど
this tape
殺人が
at
起こ
the
ったその
exact
瞬間まで聞いて
moment
いた
she
可
was
能性があ
killed.
る。
There's gotta be a connection
テー
between
プ
the
と
tape,
蓄音
the
機、そして
gramophone,
殺人
and
事
the
件には
murder.
何か関連があるは
There's
ず。
one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
確かに。
I have no idea.
なんか聞き忘れてることないかな。
I don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it
あなたの部屋に隠してあったんですよ。
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like. Please stop talking to me.
落ち込んでる。楽譜。
Yeah, it's mine.
ちょっと弾いてくれますか？
Sure. It's
音符が
literally
8
8
つあるだ
notes.
け。暗記
I
してる
haven't
わ。
memorized. Yeah, it's mine.
特別なものですか？
I got it from my teacher. It's the first
最
piece
初
I
に
ever
習っ
learned.
た曲。
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi
仲良
all
かった
about
ん
it.
だ。
When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me.
嫉妬とかあるのかな？
But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason.
自分にないものをいっぱい持っ
That's
て
when
た？
I realized things were different for her.
So there are 2 families living?
3 pointers
ポイ
and
ン
5
ター家が
fellows.
3人、フォロー家が5
4
人。
fellows.
What's the connection between them?
There isn't one. Not really. It was all built by the Remington family.
レミントン
Flora
家。
is a Remington, originally. So was Primrose, my mother. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the Fellows.
So the fellows and the pointers own the house now?
Flora owns the house. Depending on who you
フ
ask,
ローラ。
that means her husband Felix owns it too.
What about your
あの
father?
喋んない人だよ
His
ね。
claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother left.
Where's your mother now?
No idea.
複雑。複雑な家系。じゃあ、あ、そうだ、ここ見に行かなきゃ。フィッツの部屋の、そうだ。マークを確認しま
It's
しょ
locked.
I thought we
We
were.
are.
What's that thing by the handle?
う。あ、やっぱそうだ。ずらしましょう。あ、こうだ。ここ、ここ、ここ、ここ。太陽が、ここ、ここ、ここ、ここ。こう
It made a noise.
I guess that was right.
開いた
And the
ー I
doors.
still feel like we made some.
まだ鍵あっちもやんなきゃダメってこと
We
ここどう
already
したっ
solved
け
it.
あ、ここはもう OK なのね。で、これで逆側の部屋の
A big
ここ
beats
を
out.
There's a little mechanism.
パチパチありがとう。次はこう、あれ待って、こうこういうことか。
That must be it. Finally.
Whatever's on the other
開い
side
た開いた。
better be
オッケー。でもさ、見て、やっぱりさ、フィッツとポピーじゃないできてんの。ねえ。あ、ねえねえねえねえねえねえねえ。しかもさ、フィッツのところに行ってたのってさ、フレイヤとポピーじゃん。男を取り合ったのか、もしかして。そういうことか。
It's a rose bush. Apart from a couple of loose petals on one
The
side.
roses are bright.
Aren't roses?
Exactly.
綺麗。
It's another little
He's
statue.
playing a lute this
He's
time.
also.
Well, they're not part of this, and they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
耳当てがついてるって。
It's a two-person bench.
What makes it a? It looks pretty.
It's one big
Or
drag.
one
こ
very
れはここでいつも仰せを繰り返していた
Those
の
aren't
では。
snowflakes. They're feathers.
4枚の羽、綺麗な色。
Ah, a little water. Wonder how it's hooked up.
橋
Oh, good.
I'm not all bridges. More egg stuff.
I don't get it.
Well, I'm
Tamago
a
no
sculptor.
so.
An egg has got to be the easy.
ここは
Trees.
In a garden.
In a garden.
It's so,
that it?
I might just
Oh,
stop.
shut up. A little pond.
Look, see those metal.
Yeah.
Nothing. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bought.
こんなもんなのかしら。
I might just stay.
Oh, shut up.
That'd be
It's the door.
one of only
Oh,
two.
yeah.
竜とギターみたいな楽器。ああ、これか。ギターみたいなんだ、これ。
A stone core. What's left?
特にゲットしたのは羽ぐらいだね。上行ってみようか。誰の部屋？天文台の塔。あ、これはポピーのお父さん？
Shh, listen. Do you hear them?
あー、なんだっけ。NHK にこんなのいなかった？ NHK のさ、なんだっけ。クインテッド？
What are they whispering about?
NHK のクインテッドかな。
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such
こんな人い
insignificance.
たよ。
We
待って、クイン
are
テ
but
ッド？
specks of dust,
待って
you and I.
待って。
Could
Queen
you spit the dust
Ted-
off by telling me his name?
と
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival
ポイン
Pointer.
ター教授。あ、教授
Seems
なん
like
だ。
this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a
癖強いな。
duality,
屋
as
根
it
みたいな
happens.
頭してる。
Meaningless boundaries, really.
どうなってんの
They
これ。
exist only in our minds.
屋根。
Helpful.
頭が屋根。ちょっと待って、クインテッドだっけ？クインテッドだ。クインテッドのこれなんだっけ？これ誰だクインテッドテレビ番組。クインテッドの宮川さんか、アキラさんか。宮川明さんこれ宮川明さんに失礼だ。ごめんなさい。大変申し訳ございません。でもちょっと似てない？クインテッドっていう NHK の歌番組があったんだけど、結構前にそれに出てくるアキラさんっていう人がちょっとこんな感じの見た目してる。
Me? Not much to say. Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious
ポピーの
Poppy.
父親。待って、夕方クインテッドってなんだっけ？それはあれかな？夕方クインテッドの小さい版？夕方クインテッド。あ、それだよ、それのアキラさん。マジ検索して今ちょっと似てるから。直哉さんいらっしゃい、久しぶり。今日はね、推理ゲームをやっておりますよ。
A professional astronomer?
今 NHK に
Oh,
出て
no,
く
that's
る
just a little hobby.
NHK の
I
クイン
mean,
テッドっていう
yes,
音
I've
楽番
studied the
組に出て
stars
く
for
る
over 35 years
お兄さんに
and
この
published 17 books.
ポインターさんが似てるねって話をしてた。
Sounds like you're quite well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of
髪
research
型
has
か
never
髪型が
yielded
さ
any
前
kind
分
of
けだから
stable financial
あとメガネ
return.
が似てる
Nor
な
would
と思
I
っただけか。
expect it to. I am nothing but a humble
服装もこんな感じだっ
interpreter
た
for
よ
the
うな。
cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the Cosmos I
宇宙
say
によろ
hi.
しくって伝えておいて。
The day began as any other, with blissful,
あー、キラさん、そうだ、人形
unremarkable
の方に似
routine.
てる似てる。
I took my usual morning walk around the gardens.
人
Fresh
形
air
バージョ
does
ン。
wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse
Penelope と
together.
フィッツが
I
一
didn't
緒
bother them,
に
of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for
ペ
the
ネロ
afternoon.
ペ
Did you
ペネロ
use
ペ
your
は
telescope yesterday?
羽
Once
み
the
たいな
stars
服
began
着てた
to
人か
appear
な。
naturally.
まだ
For how long?
お会いしてない。
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
え、でも
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a
割と早めにい
curious
たんじゃ
tug
な
of
かったっ
fate
け？
led me towards the fellow tower
夕
later
方に
that
フォロ
evening.
ー島に向かったのだ。なんか急いだ様子で向こうに向かったみたいなの誰かが供述してなかったっけ？
I was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference
自
book.
分の机に戻っ
I
た。
couldn't find the book I wanted, so I
フィオナ
figured
が借り
Fiona
たん
must
だ
have
ろうと思
borrowed
っ
it.
た。
I left my tower and headed down towards the grand hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
うんうんう
She
ん。
looked impatient and slightly
イライラして
frustrated.
て不
Same
満
as
げ。
ever then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to
そう
Fiona's
この
room.
時にちょっと
The
焦っ
door
てるよう
was
に見えたっ
locked, but I
て
could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower.
で死体
Freya
発
was
見
laying on her
か
back, right in the middle of the room.
そもそもこっちの塔にこの人はなんで
Flora
慌て
and
てきたん
Fitz
だ
were already there.
運命の糸に導かれてみたいなこと言うけど
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
うんうんうん
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole
フェロー家の
ordeal is
問題だ
fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
人が死んどんのやぞ協力しろや
A listless soul
無関
drifting
心なその
through
魂は
the
天
ether.
空を漂う
What's
の
wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always been troubled.
家
Comes
庭
from a
崩壊の
dysfunctional
中で育っ
family.
た
I'd say you could ask her about it, but I think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end. He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has
小さな
agency
富
over
の
a
ために
small
代理人を
fortune.
立ててい
That
る
is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
You two don't get on?
Oh no, we're the
大の
best of
親友
friends.
本当に本当にフィッツは蓄音機のそばにいたの今の図を見てるあ確かにそうだねああ
Ah,
関係あんのかなやっ
yes,
ぱ
the
そういうと
heiress
こ
of
も
Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she
ニコラ
takes
スさんこんばん
charge.
は
I
ハロ
dare say
ー
she'll
いらっしゃ
confiscate my
い
telescope and replace it with a
今日は
microscope.
タングル
She
タワ
doesn't
ーと
seem
いう
to
ゲ
be
ー
the
ムをやっ
type
てお
to
りま
impress
す
her will
よ
on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous.
妬みに聞
Wait,
こ
are
える
you
わっ
two
て
science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths.
Mm.
Literally. Hard to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's
この探偵は
doing.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough. Then, of course, I met you.
この探偵はさなんでこのタングルタワーにいるのって話になった時に依頼者との約束っていうかその機密情報だからその何の件でもともとここにいたのか言えないみたいなことを言ってたけどさっきなんか代理人を立ててるみたいな小さな富のために代理人を立ててるみたいな話をポインターさんがしてたじゃないだからもしかしたらフェリックスの関連の問題でこの探偵は来てたってことなのかな
Nobody could deny her talent. She was remarkable,
Mm.
artistically gifted, but also highly intelligent.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was. The fault may well lie with me for failing to inspire her. But I think she was captivated by more
昆虫とか
tangible
好きだった
things
もんね。
here on Earth. My daughter loved her. Fiona too. That said, in the last year or
ここ
so,
1年ほどは
more
彼女
and
が一
more
人
I've
でいる
begun
ことが
to
多くな
notice
って
her
いた
by
ように思
herself,
う
wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours.
て
She must have explored every inch of the grounds 100 times over. Quite a restless spirit, I think. I'm surprised she chose to live at Tangle Tower as long as she did.
なんだなんだろうそうなるとフレイヤの行動も怪しいな
What do you want me to say? He's the gardener.
ただの
He's
庭
a
師
member of the family.
Yeah, but not the Pointer family.
What happened to his
めっ
parents?
ちゃ
Do you know?
黙るじゃん
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange man. Don't think anybody knows what happened to him, but he certainly doesn't live here anymore.
What about his mother?
Emily? I've
Emily.
not met her. She never actually married into the fellow family.
複
Her
雑な家
relationship with Flint was, it was short-lived.
で
My
娘
Poppy, my pride and joy.
Pride and-
Exceptionally talented pianist from a young age. She... Hold on. Why is she on your list of suspects?
Because she's a suspect.
Oh, no. I can personally vouch for her innocence. She'd never... Well,
めっちゃ
the
怒ってる
truth is, she loved Freya very dearly.
あ
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to Poppy's
あポピー
mother?
の母親には何が
Primrose? She was Flora's sister,
Primrose.
a Remington by birth. The playing field has never really been even since she left.
あら
Where did she go?
Away.
遠く
She went away.
遠くへ行ってしまった
I don't especially want to talk about myself. Introspection often leads to vanity.
Wait, does it?
Why don't we discuss the moons of Jupiter instead?
I'm not sure if we have time. Aren't there like 10 of them?
83.
Yeah, we don't have time.
ここら辺でなんか聞けるものあるかなひび割れ
I
たテー
haven't
プ
seen that tape for a long... Who broke it?
No idea.
Ah, well, possessions are fleeting, my friends.
うーん
A diary can be a wonderful outlet for an outpouring of one's soul.
How do you know it's a diary?
I suppose I don't, but it does look like a diary.
リュウタ
I've
の
seen
さ
those earmuffs before. They're the ones Fitz always wears when he's
あ
out the
フ
front
ィッツがいつも
gardening.
ガーデニングをしている時に
Always
つけている
wears.
Whenever I've seen him, yes.
へえ
What a precious
なん
photograph.
と貴重な写
She
真なんだ
hasn't changed a bit, has she?
Who?
Oh, if you don't know, perhaps I don't either.
あえて言わないんだ
Poppy's two closest friends. Freya looks so innocent there.
この写真のフレイヤーはとても無邪気にってことは最近はそうじゃなくなっちゃったってこ
Oh
と
my. This is the first piece
プリ
that
ムローズが初
Primrose
めて
ever
ピアノを
learned on
習
the
った時
piano.
の曲だ
Primrose, that is Poppy's mother. She passed it down to Poppy when she started teaching her how to play.
うーん
Poppy's piano teacher was her mother.
Of course. Warms my heart to know that after everything, Poppy still has it up on her wall.
へえこれは肖像画あこれは
Curious creature, isn't it? Some sort of amphibious bipedal fishman.
Playing a trumpet.
Playing a trumpet, yes.
うーん木彫りの
This
人
looks a
形
little rushed, even by Felix's standards.
At least he tried.
Yes, I suppose it's good for the
向
old
こうの
fellow to
家
have
の
a
ことはあん
hobby.
まり知らんか
Keeps his mind from decaying, you know.
鉢植
Fitz
え
seems
の果
rather
実
keen to grow things like this in his greenhouse,
美味し
doesn't
そう
he?
What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't
食
eat
べられない
it.
んだよ
Makes you wonder why he bothers at all.
趣味だからな
What's this?
It looks like it might be a telescope. Thought you might know something
う
about it.
ん
Well, it certainly is a telescope. It has a part there to screw onto a tripod, you
ふん
see?
ふんふん
It's rather small, though. I'm not sure you could
何
see
を見
many
るために
stars
使っ
with
て
it.
たんだろうこの人のじゃないのかな多
Probably
分
not.
鳥の羽
I think you may... That's
ここら
a
辺
very
は
old book, isn't it? Looks like someone could have taken better care of it.
I like the
Oh.
look of a well-read book. Better than one that's never been opened.
Ah, well put.
うーんあんまあこれは
Where on earth did you
一
find
体どこ
that?
でそれを見つけ
It
たん
was in
だ
the bush outside.
お
I
反
think
応が
someone threw it away.
How peculiar.
なんとも奇妙なでも若干反応がちょっとあれだよね金の
Curious little thing, isn't it? Do you know what she keeps in there?
玉隠
Nothing.
保管
At
し
the
てる
moment. It was empty when we opened it.
How bizarre.
Can't a woman keep an empty egg in her room?
塔の向かい側とか見る何を見るためそうだね塔の向かい側何見ようとしてたんだろう肖像画はまあ普通に
I find that painting
あの
to
人
be
の
in
絵だから
rather
な
bad
興味ないだろう
taste.
な
Oh yeah?
The knife with real blood on it? The whole thing is rather vulgar.
蓄音機
Pointer property originally, purloined by the fellows.
盗まれた
Typical.
まだ見れるところはあるな
A...
I would look
あ
at it.
何
Wait a minute. Earth in the
また
middle.
なんだ
So how old is this thing?
回転させる？回転させてどうするんです回転させてどうするんです？何がどうなるの？何がどうなるの？これはどうなれば正解なの？もしかしてこれの柄のまんまにしろってこと？こういうことかな。あ、惑星も動くわ。動く。どうすればいいの？わかんない。この柄にすればいいってこと？ちょっと待って、リセットして。そういうわけじゃないのかな。どうすればこれ全部この柄にできるの？多分なんかこういうような気がしない？違うのかな？こうか。あ、むずいな。こうかな？こうじゃない？イエーイイエーイイエーイこういうことか。
Did you hear that?
There's a little
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
黄金の虫。寿命は数年。食べられても消化できない体を持ち、外敵から身を守る。このミスティッドは見た者に不幸をもたらすと言われている。金と 90% 同じ鉱物でできているから、すごい。そんな虫本当にいたら超すごい。パチパチありがとう。よっしゃーだね。いや、初見わかんなかった。パッと見、よーく見てたら線があったから。下の線気にしなかったら一生解けない。パッと見解けなかった。じっと見てたら。
It's also daytime. Pretty. Pretty. Pretty.
ここら辺は関係ないのか。
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmo.
A spy.
They're in very good condition. There's something kind of. I just expected a bit more.
Does it not compare to all the other
これは
trinkets?
They're clearly gizmo. What?
Large.
You're not wrong.
特にないのか、他には。鉄でできてる貝。鉄でできてる貝。鉄貝。あ、硫化鉄の鱗を鎧のように身にまとった巻貝。そんなのいるの？強い。そんなのいるんだ。黒川さんいらっしゃい。ゴンホヘイ。今日はね、推理アドベンチャーをやっておりますよ。 いやね、まあなかなかに難しい。えい、新しいお部屋に来ました。あ、出た出た出た出た、鳥みたいな人。わお、なんて綺麗なの。
What is it? Huh? Sort of a delicate jade.
髪の毛？
Little seafoam green, is that right? Sorry? Your hair, dear.
どんなカラーを使ってるの？素敵だわ。
Lovely. And that shape. You're really
髪型攻めてるわね。
Oh,
鳥乗っけてる頭に。
I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful.
割と反応がでかい奥様だ。
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little
口にすると
ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
青々しい。
Sure. Yeah.
20-something, Aquarius, love.
20何歳の水上座生ま
My
れ。
friends are birds.
お姉さんか、奥様じゃないのか、お姉さんか。
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever
鳥
been
類
good at.
学。
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
鳥が好き
But
な
of
んだ。
course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field?
かわいいお
No
て
matter
て。
where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower. Because of the birds? Oh, no, because of him!
彼
Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
彼
Who
っ
are
て
you
誰？
talking about?
Oh, don't you know? My fiancé, dear Fitz.
ペネロペ
He's
か。
not really the traveling type, you see. Fitz fellow, the very one.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
フィッツ、ポピーじゃ
I'm
ない
not
んだ。
especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our two families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
なんかすごいいい感じの音楽なってる。
I awoke early and headed down into the
ポピーじゃな
greenhouse
か
to
っ
see
たんだ。
Fitz.
え、
He's
でも
always there. Crack of dawn, every morning like
お
clockwork.
部屋つながってるよ。
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day, watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no, no. I wouldn't dream of it.
意外じゃない？あの寡黙な人がさ、
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
あの寡黙な人が
In the early afternoon, he went back inside.
こんな人と付き合ってる
Suddenly,
の？
that's what happens.
意
Did he say
外。
why?
He didn't.
あ、鳥の羽わかるかもね、
Touch
こ
of
の
heat
人だった
stroke,
ら。
poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary
ポ
to
ピ
feed
ー
my
だと
birds.
思ってた。
And how many birds are you
だって
responsible
部屋だって
for?
ポピーの部屋とつながってんだよ、あ
Officially
の
four, but in
中
truth
に
it's more
は。
like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course. And they often do. But I think they just like the
意
company,
外だ。
as do I. Sometime in the evening,
鳥
I
小屋を
left
出
the
て自
aviary
分
and
の部屋
headed
に
back
戻った。
towards my room. But in the
ポイン
hall,
ター
I
おじさん
spotted
が
Uncle
階段を降
Pointer
りてい
heading
くのが
down the
見えた。
stairs. He was muttering something.
動揺
Seemed
し
a
て
bit
いるみたい
sad,
だっ
poor
た。
dear. I
やっ
followed
ぱお
him
父さん
down,
怪しく
but
な
the
い？
great hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library.
すれ違ったん
I
だ
don't
な。
know what it was, but she looked a little lost.
死神さ
I
んこんば
inquired
んは、
about
い
the
らっしゃ
professor, and she
い。
told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
今日はタングルタワーの続きをやっております。
Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too.
うん。
Told him I was looking for
フィッ
Uncle.
ツの部屋からこの
He
人が。
suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
で、この時にここにメンツがいたんじゃないの？
Fitz too, standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
うんうんうん。
What about Flora?
で、フローラは後ろに
Of
いたんだよ
course,
ね。
silent as ever.
高評価よし、ありがとう。
we should leave.
ありがと
Give
う
the。others some
あり
space.
がとう
now.
ございます。
So he and I both returned to our rooms in
今日は
Pointer
キョンシー
Tower.
です。 じゃあ待って。私ポピーとフィッツができてんだと思ったら違うの？
Did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah, a little bit.
And did you make any notes of what she told you?
彼女が言ったことはメモに残してる
I
って。
did.
Lovely.
素晴らしいわ。
Burn them.
燃やしちゃ
It'll
っ
all
て
be。lies.
絶対に全部嘘だから。
Why would Poppy lie to us?
Because that's what she does.
Wow.
She's a snake. Looks like one too.
うわ
Don't
う
you
わ
think
う
you're
わ。
being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
ねえ、やっぱさ、なんかフィッツ取り合ってない？違うの？そう、今日はね、もう10月はハロウィンの時期だなと思って、そう、10月はちょこちょこ仮装を入れていきます。そう、これ以外にもちょこちょこ仮装を入れていきます。
Isn't he strapping?
He is
ポピーとできてると絶対思ってるし、今でも思ってるし。
kinda sulky, yeah.
I can
だって
never
フィッ
tell
ツの
what's
部屋、
going on in that
中
beautiful
に
head
は
of his.
ポピーの部屋っ
It
て、
just sounds like you don't know him very
しかも
well.
その2人しか行けないような位置に中庭があるんだよ。仮想版それダメそれダメ、燃やされちゃう。まだ死んどらん。
She
生きとる
mostly
生きとる。
ignores me if I'm honest.
How come?
Well, we're not quite on the same intellectual level.
Oh, I mean, well,
10
you,
月
I
は
mean, you don't
What?
need to.
Oh no.
確かに
It's quite all right.
他の時も割といろいろ来てる。
Comfortable with it?
いろいろ来てはいる。
I must say, I really don't care for the den of
自分ではない誰かに
self-delusion
な
that
り
he's
すましてる
retreated
頑固者のや
into.
ることを理
People
解
are
でき
better
ない
off when they just let themselves be themselves. Between you and me, I think Felix is secretly rather miserable.
幸せそうなふりをしてるけど本当は悲しんでいる。
She'd sit in the aviary,
朝一番に鳥小屋に来る。そして鳥を描くの
and
よ。
paint the birds. Sometimes she'd ask me
時
their
々
names.
鳥の名前につい
Freya
て聞かれ
was
たわ。
interested in studying bird species too.
No, just wanted to know their names. Isabelle, Clementine, Myrtle, Lysandre, Genevieve.
Got it, thanks.
For my 21st birthday, she gave
じゃあ
me a
仲いい
framed
じゃん。
painting.
学入りの絵を
All
プ
the
レゼント。
birds from a single spring,
それぞれ名前が
with
下
their
に書いてあっ
names
た。
written underneath.
いい子だっ
I
た
can't
ね。
begin to tell you how much I've treasured it.
Sounds like you two were close.
I feel like I always struggled to articulate my admiration for her, but she had a way of understanding
めっちゃ仲いいじゃん。
unspoken things.
めっちゃ仲いいじゃん。
Oh, she's beautiful.
自分のこと。
Who is she?
自分のこと。
Is that me?
めんどくせえ女。
Can't say I've ever taken an interest in Uncle's astronomy. On occasion, I've dared to visit him
会
in
うた
his
びにそれを
tower,
後
but
悔する
I
の。
always regret it. It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000
64万
miles
キロメー
wide?
トル。
Okay, so what
すご
should
い。
I do with that information? How does it help me?
Don't look at me.
って。
You're the one who memorized it.
She's a most unsavory little.
最悪のビッ。
She was incredibly rude about my appearance.
Which part? The giant bird arms or...
If I were her, I'd go easy on the judgment of others. I mean, look at her. She looks like the ghost of a scarecrow. I just wish Uncle Pointer would tell her to behave herself.
めっちゃボロカス言うじゃ
Why
ん。
him?
Oh, it was
彼
Uncle
女を
that
呼ん
called
だ
her
のはお
in.
じさん。
She's his
だから彼
responsibility.
に責任があるっ
Did
てわ
you
け。
not know that?
じゃああれなんだ。ポインターさんが呼んだのか。ポインターさん。ポインターさん。
A fellow bird enthusiast. She's quite the expert, truth be told. Studied them professionally at one point. I think her
Bee?
father taught her.
B
Are you friends with Flora?
A little bit.
A little bit friends.
She's one for the peace and quiet. I dare say
私は
I'm
ちょっと
a
うる
little
さすぎ
too
ちゃう。
loud for her.
I can see that.
ちゃんと
I
理
do
解してる
admire
んだ
her,
ね。
though, really. Always felt like she could have done better than settle for Felix.
へえ。
I said it.
でもポピーとめちゃめちゃにやり合ってる感だね。じゃあこの人には鳥を聞き
There
ま
used
し
to be
ょ
all
う。
kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
used to be. There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
普通の
What
子
happened
たち
to the non-ordinary ones?
That is a very good question.
何が起こったの？何が起こったんですか？
Not a fan of insects myself. Whose research is this?
We were hoping you might
う
know.
ん
No.
ペニーは
can't
割
say
と
I-
常識人に見える。そうだね、この人は
I know she was always very fond
なんか
of grubby little
解釈が
things
一
like
致、いろんな人に対する。
Noted.
ただすごいポピーのことをめっちゃ嫌ってる。
this. Gaudy old thing, isn't it? Flora seems very fond of it. I've never understood why. But then I could say the same thing about her husband.
Heyo.
うん。蓄音
Poppy's
機。
gramophone. She's had
Poppy
it
の
for
蓄
a
音
long
機。
time. As a young child, she'd
ママ
call
音
it
機。
her mama phone on account of it
かわい
belonging
い。
to her mother.
ママ
That's
音機。
cute.
Oh yes, adorable. I can't decide what's worse. How she looks here or how she looks now.
Do you know who this is? In the photo?
Oh, absolutely
Ara.
no idea.
知らないふりした。
Freya was very talented, even at that age.
Do you know how old this photo is?
Not sure.
あ
Must be
あ、
a
ス
couple
コ
of years
ップ。
at least. Sometime before Fiona settled on
ス
her
コップ、ワン
current
チャンこの人が送っ
style.
たと思いたい。そうじゃないの？スコップはこの人が
Did Fitz show you
送
that?
ったんじゃないの？
Not exactly.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right.
ああ、でもこの人が送ったっぽいね。でも隠してたっていうのでちょっとしょんぼりしてんのか。
Lovely.
うーん。
I doubt Freya intended it, but the overall effect is a little unsettling. Don't you think?
じゃあ本当にフィッ
It's
ツとこ
Flora,
の
that's
人。
the problem. She's an inescapably haunting presence, bless her.
うーん。
Freya doesn't take very good care of her pains, does she? But then she was always rather bohemian, had her own priorities.
ペニーめっちゃ好きかもしれない。
I
鳥
don't
の図鑑
know
も聞い
what
てみよ
that
う。
is.
鳥の図鑑
Somebody taken an interest in extinct animals.
Extinct.
絶滅した。
Oh yes, the book is very
へ
old.
え、もう存在
Most
して
of
な
the
い鳥
birds
な
in
ん
it
だ。
are long gone.
Well, what about this bird, though?
インクディッ
dip.
プ。
This one, well, it was thought to be extinct for a long time. The
タン
one
グ
was
ルタ
found
ワーで
here
見
at
つかっ
Tangle
たの
Tower.
よ。
So
あ、それが
it's
さっき言
not.
ってた鳥か。言いかけて
You
た。
misunderstand. It was the last one.
最後だっ
The
た。
very
最後の
last.
1話。
Oh.
それどうしたの結
Ooh,
局。
delightful. More of a gemstone than a fruit, isn't it?
Inedible, too, I think.
Yes. At one point, I thought Fitz might be growing them to sell them. But honestly, I think he just likes the way they look.
ハープ
I'm
の像。
sure I've read about this creature somewhere. Don't remember anything about him playing the harp, though.
開封済みの手紙。
Hello. Who penned this juicy little number?
知らなそうだね。
It's
あ
not
のお
some.
父さんはすごい反応してたよ
Anonymous
ね。
letter. Classic clue.
うーん。やっぱあれか。お父さんが怪しい感じか。
Now, like, right now,
ちょっと後から向かおう。
My little writing desk.
there's nothing written in the book.
真ん中のページを破い
My
て
little
る。
writing desk.
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's torn a page out of the
真
middle.
ん中のページ破いてる。じゃあどっかにあるんだ
They're
な
bird。cages. But the birds
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
Bird
They're
diagram.
beautiful. Someone. I don't like mirrors.
How do you get your hair so
I do
smooth?
by weight. I can
重
feel
さ
if
で
one
判
side
断
is
してん
heavier
だ
than
こ
the
れ。
other.
すごっ。
Bird
They're
diagram.
beautiful. Someone.
A rather
There's a letter P carved into the side.
うーん。
Check out that butter.
Looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
鳥。
And a
And
special.
it's home to 3 especially fancy
うわ
birds.
綺麗。明るい羽を持つ鳥が3匹。重厚で華美なカゴに入っている。違うか。色一緒だったらと思ったけど違うな。
What's supposed
I
to
think
be?
they're
Oh.
dead.
じゃあお部屋に行くか。果実絵の具の材料。でもそうか。絵の具の材料もそうか。
That's That's some
There's something that just feels out of place.
場違いな感じ。元気で世話が行き届いている。じゃあ本当に両思いなの？だってこんな綺麗な花手入れしっかりできるのってフィッツぐらいじゃん。マジに愛し合ってるのあの二人。
Anything
リ
in
ア
the
充
seats?
名。
That's not even remotely suspicious. Traveling case.
Empty. All
リア充名。
it's a birdhouse.
Are those real?
あ、
Nope.
何？
They're using up all the perches. What if a real
入れ替え？目の開き具合とか？わかんない。これはわかんなくない？いやこういうわかんない。こう？これはわかんなくない？一回じゃこれやって、
There must be some
なん
logic
かしら
something to do
の
with those white
白い線と白い線と大体みんな動かせるみたい。白い線と関係がある。あ、もしかして色混ぜたらとか。いやでも違うか。紫もいないしな。口の開きとかも関係してる？もしかして。いや、わかんない、これは。何？真ん中？こう？わかんないな。あ、青と黄色で、バル。青と黄色で、色か。色？茶色は？赤と緑で茶色？ってことは？ちょっと待って。赤と緑で、赤と緑。待てよ、でも、じゃあここに真ん中に何かがないと。茶色。紫がないもんな。いや、むずいな。ちょっと待ってよ。これ何？これ何？ピンクとかいればさ、この白とね、あれとかでわかるんだけど、違うよね。三原色を全部混ぜると黄土色になるってことは？いやでも待てよ、ここ一緒になることはない。黄色、赤、緑、いや、上が青と黄色で緑、で緑と赤で茶色、白と緑で薄黄緑。すごい。すごい。これは納得いった。すごい。なんでそんなすぐわかるの？そうか、緑で赤と緑で茶色、白と緑で、天才なの？天才なの？すごい。見よ、これがホヘトウインの ノーウィルゲザーの道、怒りに満ちた殴り書きでこう書かれてる。あの女を捕まえてやる。赤い花びらが入っていた。あの女を捕まえてやる。ね、目も関係してたね。横のところ目つぶってるやつと。いやー、気づかなかった。すごい。あの女を捕まえてやる。これはこの人に送られたものなのか、それともこの人が送ろうとして。あ、でも破られたノートがあそこにあったよね。ってことはこの人が書いたってこと？この人が書いたのか。
Looks like nature.
A little bedtime
これ
reading.
でも歩兵書きです。デジタル以外でもお絵描きできますね。すごい。そうか、デジタルとかだと色が混じるってあんまりないけど、アナログとかで描いたりする場合だったら色のちゃんと混じった時の感じとかも想像しながら描かないと
Romance
いけないし
novel.
ね。
What?
This one appears to be both.
Nice.
A little tea set.
Tea
One
set.
of the
What's
cups
in the other one?
birdseed.
鳥の餌。
That might be
あ、
the.
前に言ったっけ？言ったかな。昔一瞬なんか友達とちっちゃいバンドを組んだことがあって、その時にボーカルだったんだけど、私そのバンドの名前が全然検索とかしても出てこないから言うけど、鳥の餌だった。なんかその鳥の餌っていうバンド名にした理由が、
Ever get the feeling
なんか
they're
The
being-
mannequins don't have eyes.
ライブの時とかにわーって出てきて、なんかすごいかっこいいバンド名とかじゃなくて、鳥の餌ですって出てきたらめっちゃシュールだよねっていうくったらない理由で
This is the
鳥の餌ってい
fanciest-
う
Fancy.
バンド名にしたことがある。アニソンのコピーをやった。もう大体見たな。一応こっちからも開けとくか。あ、もうここには直接行けるのか、開いてるから。
We already
う
solved it.
ん。あとは聞き込みになっちゃうのかな。
It's a little inside. It says.
The door's unlocked.
でもここでどうしたらいいんだ。ここできてると思ったのに違うのか。聞きに行こっか。清瀬さんいらっしゃい。ハロー。今日は推理ゲーム、タングルタワーをやっております。こんにちは、こんばんは。ノーコメントでいやね、鳥の餌ね、めっちゃシュールだなと思ってつけたの。一回ポピーにペネロペのこと聞こう。あ、ペネロペじゃないんだっけ、なんだっけ名前忘れちゃった。ペニーだっけのこと聞こうか。ホラーゲーム、推理はなんて言ったらいいんだろう。推理翻訳リゾニングリーズニングゲームかな。ペニー
Feathers flashing in the
鳥
light
の羽。
from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head.
気づいてしまった。ごまかしの光だと。
Light is shining on the stage, but through the
二人とも嘘つきって言ってるのか、お互いのことを。いや、怪しいな。
You get some weird insects around here.
オッケ
I've
ー。
never seen
ペ
one
ニー
like
排除
that.
欲しい。そのペニーは嫌なんじゃ。
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a box in her room.
Why?
For fun, obviously.
鉢
Oh,
植え
you've
の
been
果
to the
実。
greenhouse? What did you think?
Impressive, I guess. But kind of unsettling with Fitz lurking in the shadows the whole time.
それは違うペニーや。
He does that.
くしゃくしゃの髪。
Those petals.
その花びら。
What about them?
なに
It's nothing. They're just unusual.
ああ、もう絶対。いや、もう絶対なんかあるじゃん。
birds up in the rooftop garden. They seem to really like it up there.
Why is that?
It's quiet.
ペニーとポッピーは絶対なんかある、この二人。だったらなんだったらこの人に直接聞きたい。これ何ですか？これすごいですよ。これちょっとよろしいですか？こちら何でしょう？
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
We found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope, you'd hidden it.
我
but
々
we
が見
found
つけ
it.
た。
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
こ
It's
の
really none of your business.
男女のごたごた面白すぎる問題。
Yes,
男女の
my,
問題。ツッコミたがり問題。
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
あ、好きじゃないんだ。
You and me, I think it's a little vulgar. I must say the girls are awfully well behaved today.
かわ
I
い
think
い。
they know we're in the presence of company.
They belong to you? Why do you keep them
確
in
か
a
に一つの
cage?
カゴに
They need a special diet, particular
特別な食
treatment.
事やお世話
I
が
let
必
them
要
out。to fly occasionally, of course. But they're all one of a kind. I couldn't let anything happen
ちょ
to
っと
them.
特殊な
Do
鳥
they
なの
have
か。
names?
Of course. Let me introduce you to
タバサ、
Tabitha,
タマラ、タ
Tamara,
ティアナ。
and Tatiana.
かわいい。
I've already forgotten all three of
聞い
them.
たそばからもう
Which
忘れ
one
た
is。which?
Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest. Tabitha is the most
Hey.
patient, and Tamara has the best sense of rhythm.
Glad we cleared that up.
What about the one on your head?
On my
頭
head,
の上。
he's just my hat.
帽子
Doesn't
な
have
の
a
これ。
name. Who would name their hat?
帽子なのあれ。そうか。じゃああとはフィッツに聞きましょう。残りのもの。あ、これなんだ。
A little chart of... Actually, I have no idea what it
あ、これ、あ、なんかあったな。
kind of reminds me of a periodic table.
そうだ、なんかこれメモしたな、前回。これなんかあ、そうだ、メモしてる、メモしてる。これなんだろうな。
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
ちょっと聞かせてもらいますよ。
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike
うん、
me
ほ
as
んと
your
ほんと、
type.
それそれそれ。
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's, well,
色眼
they
鏡
make
で見てる。
assumptions.
And
本当に
how's
好
the
きなんだ。
relationship doing recently?
Good.
いいよ。
It's good.
旅行さ。本当に？本当に？
Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something
あ
wrong?
ー。やっぱフィッツとポピー、ペニーという婚約者がいながら、ポピーとできてる。ポピーはこっから出ていきたいって言ったのは、この2人がくっつくのが嫌だから、フィッツと一緒に出ていきたいのでは？お、これは匂うぞ。これは匂うぞ。おうおうおうおう。あ、待って、これ物聞こう。もっといろいろ聞こう。ちょっと聞かせてもらいますよ。
A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
へ
Mean
ーって。
anything to you?
婚約者にあげた花でしょ？
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason
行く
to.
必要もない。
Any idea who this is?
No idea.
ん？
Poppy's piano music. I
怪し
remember when
い。
she started learning. She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Right. Of course. Those petals,
その花びら、それは
What?
they're red.
赤いね。いや怪しいぞ。なんだその態
Penelope's
度は。
three favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they like her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
I do not.
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, could have been a long
実は
time.
兄弟とか。
Ever really
ああ
clear
似
up
て
the
るところ
rooftop
も多い
garden.
し。
Why not?
まさかの
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone. I've seen beetles with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here. There's a difference between that and
本
actual
物の
gold.
黄金とは違うけ
It
どね
can't。be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it. That's called alchemy.
え、黄金って地中にあるもんなの？掘るの？あ、園芸用コップ来た来た来た来た。
Yeah,
そうだ。
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
使ってないってことだね。
What's with the broken glass? Wait, those are mine, the earmuffs.
耳
They
当て
went
ない。
missing about a week ago.
What do you need
1
earmuffs
週間
for?
前から見てな
I
かっ
use
た。
them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No. I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
This is a good example of
逆に
how
どこ
things
に黄
work.
金あると思
I
って。
mix that
な
soil
んか
here in the
海とか
greenhouse.
にあるの
It's
かと
made
思っ
with
た。
water from the lake.
海とかの
And it
砂
makes the
とか
fruit
さ、
grow all
なんかこう
shiny
サラサラやるとさ砂鉄みたいな感じかと思った。
You never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you do
Umi
with
be
this
mi
shiny
taina
and
to.
edible fruit?
You look at it.
古式でコスト出てくるみたいな。
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her.
なんか
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that
もう
anymore.
育ててない。
I've tried in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me.
あー
I
難
could
しい
never
んだ。
get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
海にも黄金ある。それを抽出できれば大金持ちになれる。なりたい。
Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
なりたい。
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
That looks like it might
ポ
belong
ッ
to
ピーの
Poppy.
もののようだね。
It's Fifi and Freya.
Don't you think Poppy should be in the photo too?
Maybe, maybe not. She doesn't really like crowds.
Two people isn't a crowd.
Right, but if she was in the photo,
奇数になって仲間割れになる。
Checkmate.
開封済みの手紙。いやー、とこ関係ありそうな。
Felix made that? Huh.
なさそうか。パレ
There's
ット。
something off about this.
What is
何
it?
かがおかしい。
Why don't you take another look at
フロー
Flora's
ラの
room?
部屋を見てきたらど
You
うか
think we
な。
missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
そうじゃないけど。なん
Plants
だ
are different to flowers.
I'd say so, yeah.
At any time, flowers can bloom with perfect, faultless colors. Red, blue, white, with paint. Once you've tainted a color by mixing it with others, not even the most skilled painter can return it to its pure form.
芸術的なこと言いやがっ
With
て
feet.。
It was locked, but we opened it. But it was empty.
Fun story.
なんでこの含みを待たせるんですか。いちいちいちいち含みを持たせる。待って、どっかにさ解いてないのあったよね。どこだっけ。フローラのとこを見るけど、
A
ここ
chalkboard.
Is this a library or a
これは何だったんだ。これ未だによく分かってないんだよね。
Any idea what this means?
not a clue?
これも確かどっかにメモした。メモしてあるわ。これも何なんだろうな。
I'm not sure I learned anything.
わかんないな。じゃあフローラのところに行きますか。解除したことを強調する探偵。 私たちが鍵がかかってたのを解除したんですよ。
It's so dark.
Somehow the sunlight.
これは聞いてもさっきと一緒だもんね。さっきとかあれか、前回と一緒だもんね。
Supposedly for
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
何を見逃してるんだろうか。
We're at the
I
top.
think so.
Doesn't matter. It's
何を見逃している？
the outline. There's a single no real.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the campus. So she was probably standing really close to the campus when she fell.
Let's check the case file again. Freya's painting supplies.
画材
Freya's painting supplies.
一緒だもんね。
A bunch of old covered in dust now, but they look.
Half the.
I don't know if you can the sudden absence of.
There it is. The
So
looks that way.
なんだ？
The whole room is.
yeah, there might be a reason for that.
部屋全体に違和感を感じる。
It's so dark.
Somehow the sunlight.
レイヤって左利きだった。あ、どうなんだろ
There it is. The
So
looks that way.
う。そうだね、ここに線が入ってるっていうことは。これは右で持ってるもんね。こっちは左。確かにこう持ってこっち左利きなのか。右にパレット、左に後ろ向いてた。これに背を向けてた。
Anything we should know? Any hobby besides staring out the window?
喋らないよね。
We met Felix, your husband. He's
喋ら
one of
な
our
いよ
suspects, and he
ね。
seems pretty
これ
suspicious
ナ
if
イ
you
フでは
ask
なく
me.
鳥の羽では
So,
血がついたせいで
if you wanna
ナイ
stick
フ
up
に
for
見える
him,
と。
now's your chance.
あり得る。
nice try.
あり得る。そ
You
れは
spoke
あ
to
り
your
得
daughter,
る。
Fifi. She's some kind of super intelligent scientist. You must be proud of her. We spoke to Hawkshaw.
ホークショー。
I assume she didn't get anything out of you either. I bet that really ticked her off.
Were you close with Freya? How are you two related?
喋んないよね。
Did you kill Freya?
Grimoire!
What?
クリム
I
ラ
don't even think she's listening.
Oh, she's listening.
Do you and Fitz have anything to do with each other? Other than your initials? You know the guy in the other tower? Weird astronomy professor guy?
Can you see him from your window? Can he see you?
What do you know about Penny?
I can't really imagine those two being friends, to be honest.
You never know. Do you and Poppy get along?
Nothing. Shocker.
どうか
Grimoire,
な。
what could you possibly be writing down?
Oh no, I gave up making notes ages ago.
メモ取るの
Now
すぐ
I'm
前
just
に。
doodling in the margin.
待って、落書きすんなよ。ポインターに監視されてた？あ、でもさ、待ってそうか。だってさ、今、そうか。このポインターさんはさ、あの日さ、急に慌ててさ、こっち側の塔まで来たわけだよね。フローラのことをやっぱり監視してた？
Did you ask Freya to paint this?
鳥の羽渡してみようか。
What is that you're holding in the painting, Flora? Some people have been saying it's a knife.
シュワー。鳥の
Do you
羽。
recognize any of these feathers?
Do you know anything about these birds? Or birds in general? Do you know anything about these birds? Or birds in general?
爬虫こういうのも絶対関係ないもん
Do
ね。
you know anything about this beetle?
いや喋んないよな。え、目つぶってた。 金
Flora,
の卵。
this is your egg? Why do you keep it locked?
Is there supposed to be something in there? Or is it always empty?
なんか喋ってよ。なんか反応
What
く
do you
ださ
think of
い
your
よ。
husband's hobby?
Do you have any hobbies? You haven't seen this yet, have you?
It's a little model of you.
あなたの
Who
木
are
彫
the
り
other
人
people
形。
next to you?
反応しない。
This is a photo of Fifi, isn't it? Your daughter?
見てはいる。なんだ。どれなら反応するんだ。
Have you seen this book before? Do you know who it belongs to?
この若干動くやつ
I
は
really
さ
thought、she was gonna say something there.
なんかあったりしないのかな。
Is this your gramophone?
Do you know why it's cracked?
なんでひびが入ってるんですか。ダメだ。どれにも反応してくれないんだ。そうか、じゃあ待てよ。どこに行くべきなんだこれは。ホークショー。ちょっと君に聞かせておくれ。これなん
We
だっ
already
け。
solved it.
ああ、これでか。
Poppy has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
She'd probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite. I'll say this, he's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse, but I heard he's been breeding
実
experimental
験用の
flowers
花。
in secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
落ち着きがなくなってきてる。
Professor Pointer's a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself.
天文学者だもんな。
What?
変わってるよ
We're
ね、あ
just
の人は。
surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
I find her rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoiled child.
Penny must be at
甘やかされ
least 25.
27. Just makes it worse.
27なんだ、あの人。
These people really are ridiculous, aren't they? Can you consider that important evidence, do
違
you?
うの。
3 birds, 1 cage. What makes them worth keeping cooped up, I wonder?
確かに
Would
か
they
わい
not
そ
be
うだよ
happier
ね。
flying free?
But then they might fly away from Tangle Tower entirely.
I wonder if they would.
うーん。
Where did you find this?
Do you have any theories about where this might have been?
Or who might have had it.
I have several theories, but they are my theories, and I'm not going to share them.
話してくれないんかい。
Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Oh, not yet. Did you see some suspicious leaves?
One of 3 statues depicting the same creature. This one is wearing headphones. Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not
音楽が好
headphones.
きな人。
They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who
音
doesn't
楽
like
が嫌い
music.
な人の持ち物なのかしら。これこれ、あともう一個ある。あ、これ同じか。これこれこれか3つ。
Who's that?
Not sure. It doesn't really look like anyone we've met so far.
Strange. A photograph of Freya. Could be important. A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's
鍵がか
locked.
かってるんだ。
And you haven't attempted to force it open?
That would be cheating.
性行為にあたる。
I believe that was in Flora's room yesterday, but it was not cracked when I
最後
saw
に見
it
た時は
last.
ひび入ってなかった。
I admit, it's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took the photograph, do
写
we?
真が撮られた
Perhaps
理
they
由。
just wanted it for reference. Conveniently left anonymous.
匿名。
It's useless until you can prove to whom it concerns. Can you do that?
No?
No. A book from the library. One of hundreds, no
あ
doubt.
んまりこの人は情報持ってないかな。
It's about birds.
Yes.
結構有能な探偵っぽいなと思ってたんだけどな。楽譜パ。
You truly consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no
散らかり
system.
放題。
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint.
ねえ、ホークショーも手伝ってよ
A。somewhat cumbersome device.
さあ
And
さん
an
こんばん
altogether
は、いらっしゃ
inefficient
い。
way to
今
listen to music.
What kind of
日
music
は
do
推
you
理
like,
ゲームをやって
Hawkshaw?
おります。
I like anything.
What a cop-out.
どうなんだろうこれ。
It's Tangle Tower, or at least it's the...
難しいな。あと怪しい人。いやでも、あ、このボタンなんだと思ったらポインター教授と話をしよう。なんか次に行くべきところ教えてくれるボタンあったんだ。これは
Well now, that is most definitely none of my business. Quite possibly none of yours either. What kind of flower is that?
天
We're
文
not
学
sure.
にしか興味
I
ない
think
から
it
こう
might
いう
be
の
the
はわから
only
な
one
い
of its
か。
kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist. Best in
ね
the
え、ヒン
field.
ト機能あったんだね。
That's a flower joke.
な
But
んだ
she
ろうと思って
was.
ペシってやったら出てきた。
That's rather a small cage for 3 birds,
閉じ
isn't
込め
it?
てる状
But
態かも
then,
な。
aren't we all trapped in a cage?
この動きなんなんこの動きなんなんこの動きなんなん大金虫。
We found some research. What's up with this golden beetle?
これあ
Is
な
this
たが
something
研
you're
究
studying?
されているのですか
I can't help you, I'm
残
afraid.
念ながら答えら
I
れな
think
い
it。must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower. I'm not the first scientist to ever walk these halls, you know.
Well, it
本当
wasn't in
に
the halls. It was in your astronomy tower.
あ、もう言い逃れできないじゃん。怪しい。
Oh, you found a murder weapon?
Steady on. It's just a gardening trowel.
Looks like a weapon to me.
うん
Freya was well acquainted with the abstract, I'll say that much.
What does it look like to you?
To me, it's a big
赤い。
red
赤い。
thing.
What a fascinating
Nanika.
interpretation.
He's right, though. It is a big red thing.
確かに大きい赤い何かだもの。雑。
Ah,
Penny について聞いてないか。
our resident ornithologist.
Penny's your niece, is that right?
めいっ子。
At this moment in
今
time,
のところはな。
until she marries the
あの庭師と
gardener.
結婚する
She'll
まで
still
は。
be your niece.
But she'll depart from the world of the
ポインタ
pointers
ー
and
家の
join
世界を
the
去り、そして
fellows.
フェロー家の
Like
一員になる
rats
んだ。
deserting a sinking ship.
めっちゃ悪意ありありの言い方するじゃん。あと何
It's tiny in the note.
So, even the most well-used...
何見てるんだこ
Every
れ。
astronomy
I
tower.
want to try.
あ、触れる。あ、見てる。見てんじゃん。
You can see right.
Not by
I can
accident.
see Flora, but she's not looking this way. Behind her is the back side of the easel. I can't really see anything
この
behind it.
角度からは見えない。
I can see the door. The door itself is on the floor. I can just about see the ground.
It's that little...
Don't you think it would
Maybe
fall?
it's glued down.
じゃああの日慌ててあっち側に行ったのはこれで見てたから。でもなんでここ覗いてんのキモ。なんでここ覗いてんのキモ。
We should check that next time we're over there.
お部屋がある。
Isn't this supposed to be? I'm pretty sure
Can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
there's something about Pointer's
ポインター
astronomy
と天文
habits.
学の関係が何か引っかかるんだ。
So
何
Let's
か
ask him
似合う
about
の。
it.
疑惑。
So, Professor, what interests you about
天文学
astronomy
の何に
exactly?
興味をお持ちなんですか。
It's not a matter once you expand
そ
your
の心を
mind
宇
to
宙
the
に
wide
広げてしまう
universe,
と
it cannot
それを
be
狭めることはできないんだ。
unexpanded.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
だってこの本も全然読まれてなかったもんね。
I have a theory about you,
あ
Professor.
なたについての仮説がありましてね。
Go on.
あなたは別に天文学には興味
You're
がな
not
い。
really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested
別
in
の
a
研究分
slightly
野に興味がある
different
のでは。
field of research.
えポインターが本当に研究しているものとは黄金の虫だよね、多分。これだな。
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the
違うの？
unimaginably far away.
Right. That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal
別世
into
界へと
another
続く
world.
小さな入り口なのだ。
About that.
ポインターの望遠鏡が空の方向へ向いていなかったのは違うな。ちょっと待ってよ。あ、いや、でも待ってよ。事件現場見てたよね。昆虫を見ていたから？昆虫ではないの？さっきの話の流れだと昆虫見てたんじゃないのって感じだけど、そこでたまたま昆虫を見てたからなんだけど、たまたま次元現場見ちゃったって感じ？
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at insects and not up at the sky. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
事件現場を見ていた
Pointer's
から。
telescope
う
was
わ！
actually looking at the crime scene and not up at
じゃあ
the
あの
sky.
昆虫は？あの昆虫のあ
First
れは
you
違う
accuse
の
me
かな？
of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of what?
スパイ行為をしていると
Are
でも
you
言うのか？
spying?
昆虫すら見ていないのか、やっぱ。は
spy on
あ。
Flora.
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's
Ah!
made you paranoid.
この標
You
本
think
なくし
somebody
た。
stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were
フ
spying
ローラ
on.
じゃなく
Might
て
have been Freya.
フレイヤ。
You
そうか。
It's a very precious specimen.
フレイヤは
Incredibly
フィッ
rare.
ツのところで
Valuable
昆
in
虫を見て
ways
た。
you could never understand.
昆虫を集めるの
Freya
が好き
was
だった。
always sneaking around, both towers and in the gardens too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the
フローラ
time
の
of
部屋
the
を見てい
murder.
た殺人事件が
Did
起
you
こってた時、
witness the crime,
犯行を目撃し
Professor?
ましたか、教授？
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was
すでに
already
フロー
lying
ラを
on the
床に
floor.
横たわっていた。
Flora? You mean Freya?
フローラ？
Flora, she was lying by the window.
窓際
I
に
couldn't see Freya at all.
倒れ
It
て
was
た？
fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know
フ
what
レイヤ
was
じゃ
going
な
on.
くてフローラが？
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
えどういうことなの？倒れてたの？この人が？ここショートカットできるようになった。
Half the room.
I don't know if you can call the sudden
とりあえず上に
absence
行
of
ってみたいね、これ。
I think so.
Doesn't matter.
どうやって行くんだ？あ、ここだ。行ける。屋根裏部屋。
Just dusty junk. Just dusty junk.
It's a jar.
Huh.
頭が外れる。
Someone painted out the
Do you
window.
think it was done?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious.
怪しい。
It's a statue standing up straight.
You know, there's a name for that.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty as everything. Also, it's not stuffed.
剥製。
Nothing catching me.
Sorry.
Kinda.
これは？
What's in that little? I bet it's bones. A skull, at
You know,
least.
maybe I won't open it. Just dusty junk.
何も
Nothing
ない。
catching me.
Sorry.
Kinda. Nothing
Well, no.
catching my interest.
Sorry.
Kinda.
この隙間か
Where's that
ら。
light coming
That's
from?
just daylight. There's a decent gap between those
よ
floorboards.
く見てみよう。何？
Is that what I think it is?
あ、血の。
Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it
え？
is? Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think
こ
it
れってまさかだけだ。でもちょうど真上なんだ。ちょうど真上なんだ。
is? Sally, you don't have a
No.
test. Let me put it.
I feel
Hokawa?
like there's gotta be a clue up here.
ここに絶対手がかりがあるって。こっちは？
Where's that light
That's
coming?
just daylight. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
何？これどうしたらいいの？はっきりした瞬
Is that
間
what
に
I
こ
think
こ
it
見てるけど。
is? That what I think it
え？
is? Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think
こ
it
れってまさかって？剥製の剥製剥製の剥製はダメ、笑っちゃうから待って、これどうしたらいいの？
is? Is that what I think it is?
ちょうどはっきり
Is that what
見
I
えた
think
瞬
it
間に押せばいいとか
is?
そういう
That
わけで
what
は
I
なく
think it is? Is that what I think it is?
At least the
Ah,
moths are
na.
kept well fed.
What is that?
Not sure.
Looks like it might attach to something.
何か他のものにつけられる？
Sally, you don't have a
No.
test. Let me put it this way.
他のものにつけられる？これで戻れるようになった。あれを見たから。あとはここで
The attic's directly above.
Yeah. The outline of there's a single no. real-
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the
So?
so she was
Let's
probably.
check the case file again.
何につければいいんだ？
That's the
It's
only.
also.
Sure is. That's
It's
the
also.
sure is.
どうしたらいいんだ？これは物を見せてみるか。ちょっと聞いてもいいで、あ、この人たちについて聞いてなかったじゃ
Name
ん。
Fitzfellow, age 24, profession cryptobotanist.
いるなら
Likes
釣り
soil,
竿とかフッ
dislikes
ク。
electric light.
フ
Hang
ッ
on.
ク
Cryptobotanist? I
どっ
thought he was
かあるか
just
な？
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
仲良くないんだ。
So he's well over 6 foot, and you've got to be just barely 5.
So what's your problem with him?
頑張
Exactly
る。
1 week ago,
ポインター島にこっそり近づいてくるのを見た。
he was making every effort to
見つか
avoid
らないように
detection.
かなり必死だった。
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
ナイフを持ってた？
Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh yes, of course.
ナイフだと
How
思うものはもしかし
uncharacteristically
て
forgetful of me.
名前書いてあったあれだったりして、この園芸用スコップと見間違えてたり
There's
して。
something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower.
Let's ask him about it.
聞いてみよう。フィッツさん。頼もう。疑惑。
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower,
ネタは上がってんだよ。
holding a knife.
That's not right.
それは間違
I
って
don't
る。
go into Pointer Tower.
それに僕は絶対にこっそり近づいたりなんかしない。
Was it Fifi who told you this?
うわ
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
フィフィはフィッツを目撃したが彼は何か別のものを持ってい
Fifi
た。
did see Fitz.
So, if it wasn't a knife,
やっぱあ
what
れじゃ
was
ない？
it?
はい。園芸用スコップ。
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
これやっぱりさ、ポピーにもらったもんじゃない？待って。ポインター。あれ、ポインター家、待って。フェロー家が右、ポインター家が右。どっちも右ってしちゃった。フェロー家が左。ポインター家が右だよね、多分。だからフィッツが園芸用スコップを持ってポインター島に行く理由。フィッツはペニーの部屋で優雅過敏なスコップは鉢植えを世話するために使用されている
An ornate trowel is
かな？
used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's.
両家が仲良くなったよね。両方とも右。
That flower.
もうそうなったらこんな事件起きなかったのに。
I've never seen it before.
見た
We
こ
need a
と
clue
な
to
い？
compare to that flower. Something that proves its
手
connection.
がかりが必要。フィッツとのつながりを証明する何かが。直接？鉢植えの果実とかかな。これ？
Let's take a closer look at
あ、
these.
もっと調べてみましょうって言われた。これでいいのか。違うのかな。待ってよ。難しいね。難しいね。ハルーさん、ハローいらっしゃい。こんばんは。 今日はタングルタワーというゲームをやっております。今まさに推理中でございます。I can speak English. Please make yourself at home. Thank you. Okay. よろしく。こんばんは。この花の茎とかになっちゃうの？もっとこう青い部分、鉢植えと土はこれはあれ、この花どこにあったっけ？この花あれだよね、ポピー、あ、ペニーの部屋だよね。そうだ、この鉢植えと土はペニーの部屋にあり、フィッツの温室で見つけた鉢植えと土と合致する。
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
大事にしてもらえなかった。
Particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again. When she's not there, water the flower, change the soil. Just trying to keep it alive.
愛はあったのか。愛はちゃんとあったわけだ。リール的なものはなんかわかんないかな。
Me three. Oh,
すま
sorry.
ない。
I thought you said me too.
じゃあ他に行くしかないのかな。こういうとことかね。
It's glad.
Total
I
accident.
am not.
よいしょ。じゃあこっそりだったのはペニーの部屋に行くためだろうね。多分ここに行くためだったんだろうね。これね。
That's
There's
something.
something just feels out of place.
世話が行き届いていたんだもんね。だってペニー、ちょっとよろしい？なんか聞けることないですかね。アリエル的なもの。
Is that for sewing?
Maybe?
We have no idea.
違そうだね。じゃああいつに聞くか。こいつに聞くか、やっぱり。こいつは知ってそうだぞ。リ
What's
ール的
this?
なもの。
Is it a clue?
We don't actually know. But Grimoire picked it up, so now he has to pretend it is.
That's how it works.
ないんだ。ないの？ないの？おじさんに聞いてみる？おじさん寝てた今。
It was dusk.
あれは
The
夕暮れのことだった。
feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right, fine. I heard someone heading down
誰
the
かが階段を降りる音
stairs.
がし
Just
た。
outside my
私の
room.
部屋のすぐ
The
外で。
footsteps were calm.
穏やかで普通だった。だから何とも思わなかっ
So I thought nothing
た。
of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a
2番
second
目
set
の
of
足音が
footsteps
聞こえ
going
た。
the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty. as was the garden beyond
誰
his
もいない。
window.
あ、そっから出てきたの
Back
か、
in
だ
the
から。
hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope.
心配そう
She
な
was
顔。
heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer.
だから一緒に来たん
So
だ、
I
ここに。
escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora too.
最初に下がっていったのは
Everyone else made their
誰？
excuses and left.
フィーフィー？
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora
フィーフィーだったりしたりする？なんかさ、ポッピーがさ、フィーフィーの部屋に行った時にはフィーフィー泣いてたって言ってたけど、もしかしてフィーフィー
My daughter Fiona.
かしてなんかやっちゃった？
Burgeoning genius. You've met her?
We did. She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of
割り切れる
syllables.
数の音節。
She makes up the strangest things when she's under pressure.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know the real reason she prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Oh, yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
あ、そうかそうかそうか、最初にそうだそうだ、このポインターが見た感じだとこっちが倒れてたんだもんね。フレイヤーじゃなかったんだもんね。
Percival Pointer. Good old. So, what do you reckon? Is he the murderer?
わかんないな。
Maybe. We still need.
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on
疑
him.
ってんじゃん。
Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family.
めっちゃ仲悪いんだね、あいつと。
And how long have you
ポイ
known?
ンターと。
Over 35 years.
35
Childhood
年。
friends?
長
Rivals?
っ。
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival. Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger.
いつも疎
Always a
遠だっ
little
た。
estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle, and he really only makes time for his own daughter.
嫌な思い
Now,
をしたん
of
だね。
course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage. It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but
どうかな。
futile.
え、無駄なことだとか言う。
Poppy's a good friend to my daughter. Always has been. I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different, like how?
Poppy is, she's quite
内気、相手の気持ちをよく理解す
good
る。
with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
Fitz? I don't trust
信用
him.
できん。
He's slippery. Never commits to
玉ねぎ
anything.
みたいな脳み
Brains
そ。
like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two
Tamanegi.
have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't
そうだ
like me
ね
at all.
嫌われて
And
る
I
っ
trust
て
Fiona's
本人も
judgment entirely.
気づいてたもんね。
She's a very vigilant young woman.
ディー
What
ル。
is it?
We don't know. We were really hoping you would.
My friends, shed your hope and let it fall free like sandbags
こいつには
from a
何聞い
hot
ても
air
ダメそうだ
balloon.
な。
That's the most depressing idiom I've ever heard.
一番がっかりする言葉ね。
My daughter Fiona and her best friend. They grow up so fast.
この人に
You
聞い
know
ても
why
なん
it's
か
ripped like that?
一番
Ah, yes.
手がかりなさ
I
そうだよ
didn't
ね。
even notice. No idea.
なになにあ、これは
I'm as confused as you are.
これはなんかありそうだな。
Does
空の
Flora
卵。
normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away
何
in
か
a
をしまい
ceramic
込んでい
egg,
るような感
it's
じ。
because they don't want to be asked
Eh?
about it.
Rules to live
でも
by.
何もなかったんだよね。
Why don't you ask Fiona about that one? Looks like her area of expertise.
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
これで全部の供述が集まったって。容疑者の供述。
Let's run through them all to see if
す
anything
べてに
doesn't
目を
add
通して
up.
みよう。
To
何か
see
不
if
審な
anyone's
点
been
が。
lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
てかそこで会ってたんだ2人でやっぱり。
So we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
合ってる合っ
I
てる。
didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room.
うん、でも
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone
なん
began
か
shouting.
穏やかなとか言ってたよね最初は。
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the Fellows staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the Fellow Tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
話
I
を
think
し
she
た。
was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
黙り込んだ。
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically
裏付けを
confirm
裏
each
切る
other.
ものまである。これはどうするべき？こ
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all.
れはどうするんだ？怪しい点はないか？庭園からなんだ？なんだと思う？マジでわかんない。いや、ここが本当に未だに分かってないんだよな。供述は揃ったって言われても。
Sally, you don't have a
No.
test. Let me put it.
Where's that light
That's
coming?
just There's a decent gap between. Is that what I think it is?
上からなんか落とすとかできないよね。
Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry, is this...
Kind of.
え
The attic struck me.
何度もくしゃみすると喉がいかれるぞ。
We already solved it.
なんもないの？
Do you know what this is?
反応ないもんな。いや、本当にわからん。なんかないか？何かないか？
Oh, whatever it is.
All it is, gotta
What's
practice.
with all the broken glass?
このガラスもよくわかってないよね。このガラスは何なんだ？
Oh, whatever it is, it's...
All it is, gotta
What's
practice.
with all the broken glass?
グラスだよね。割れたガラスの破片が散らばっている。ポピーがやったわけじゃないって言ってて。
Whatever they like a little parade of.
どこでこれを見つけたの？
It was in the attic.
Oh,
あら、そう。
I forgot we even had an
すっ
attic.
かり忘れてたわ。怪しいんだけどな、みんな。ペネロペは？もうこれも聞いたか。
My little writing...
There's nothing written in the book.
全然わかんないよ、もはや。全然わかんないよ、もはや。
It's an
Could be anymore.
どこになんだと思う？リールかかわかんないかな。
A wooden trunk.
I want one.
リー
What
ル
is that?
I'm not sure. It looks like it attaches to something else.
Why don't you go back and double check the area you
見
found
つ
it?
けた場所をもう
Maybe you'll
一
find the
度。
rest of the something else.
残りの部
I'm
品
not
か
so sure
何
about
か？
that.
残りの部品？お前探偵みてえなこと言うじゃねえか。ここら辺を見ろって
Nothing
こ
catching my
と？
interest. Kind of. Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry.
Kind of. Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry.
Kind of.
ん？
What's in that? I bet it's a skull at
You know,
least.
maybe I won't open it.
そのあたり。
Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry.
Kind of.
Just dusty junk. Just dusty junk.
It's a jar.
Huh.
Nothing catching my
Sorry.
interest. Kind of. At least the moths are kept well fed. At least the moths are kept well fed.
なんか箱は開けられなかったんだよ
What's in that? I bet it's skull
ね
at。
You know, maybe I won't open it. Just dusty junk.
Nothing catching my
Sorry.
interest. Kind of.
あ、これは？
Nothing catching my
あ、違う
interest.
か。
Sorry.
Kind of.
紐も関係ない？
It's a statue.
You know, there's a name.
I know.
It's not quite as. Also, it's not stuffed.
ん？
Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry.
Kind of.
爪とかも違う。
You know, there's a name.
I
It's
know.
not quite as. Also, it's stuffed.
でも大体さ、そういう上にくっつけるとかあったら。
Sally, you don't have a dust.
No.
Let me
で
put
も
it.
上は埃の話になっちゃうんだよな。
Someone
Do you
may.
think it was
No
stuffed?
idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious. Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry.
Kind of.
ん？
Nothing catching my
Sorry.
interest. Kind of.
見れそうなところ。
Where's that light
That's
coming?
just there's a decent gap between those floorboards.
ここしか見れないんだよ。
Is that what I think it? Is that what I think it?
ここら辺は見れないもんね。
Is that what I think it is? Is that what I?
ここ反応するかなと思っても
Is that what I?
しないんだよね。
Is that what I think it?
で黙ってんの。
What is?
Not sure.
Looks like it might attach to something.
細く赤く細いロープ。わからないよー。 んだ。意外とこういう関係ないとこだったりして。もうここも違うか。
This is some
あ、
job.
そういえばここに
Should we take
あ
out
ったよね。なんかこれだ。この謎はまだ解くことができないようだ。まだ解くことができないようだ。
Let's come back.
まだ解くことができないよう
It's
だ。
a
I
stone.
think it's an egg.
まだ解くことができないやつだって。
Do you think he'll start?
No. I think.
Do you think he'll start?
No. I think you'll do.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Oh yeah. Tangle.
Twar.
とは上にネジ。あ、そう、なんか変なネジっぽいのが見えて一回押したんだけど、ホコリがなんだらっていう話で終わっちゃうんだよね。これだよね、これネジ。
Sally, you don't have a dust.
No.
そう、
Do you
ホ
put it-
コリって言われちゃうんだよね。それっぽ
Sally,
い
you
も
don't
の
have.
No.
Let me put it.
やるんだけど、こういうとこ
Someone painted up
いや
the
でも窓に
behind
反
you. It's
応
pretty
しちゃうな。
suspicious.
いやーなー。いや、明らか。あ、ヒントいきますか。フィーフィーと話しろだって。ここでフィーフィーなんだ。ペニ
Name: Penelope Pointer. Age: 27. Profession: ornithologist. Likes: birds.
ー。カートゥーンネットワークに出てきそ
Insects. Notes:
う。カートゥーンネットワーク系列のアニメに出てき
is
そう。
very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her.
パ
Name:
ピー。
Poppy Pointer.
あー
Age:
って。
19. Profession: oh. Apparently, Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I
も
had
と
of
も
course
とピアニ
originally
ストって
written
書いていた
pianist,
んだけど、
but she has crossed that out and written
これからやってくるクリスマスの幽霊って書いてる。
oh,
ふーん、
curious.
面白そう。
An item from
Cool.
Poppy's childhood. Her earliest
そう
piano
か、フィフィー
lessons
の
hold
推理
some
パートか。
special significance for her.
でいろい
Why's
ろ
that?
No
押し付
idea.
けてみよう。
She's
ア
never
イテム
graced
を。
me with the details, and I am not forthcoming enough to ask.
You two are friends, right?
We are, yes.
But
ん
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become tired of my
Akita.
company.
飽きちゃったわけじゃないと思うけどね。
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. Her concerns simply lie elsewhere.
うーん。
is this yours, Fifi?
I do not recognize it. And besides, I would have no use for such a thing.
何の役にも立た
Perhaps
ない。
it could be used to hang wet laundry?
It was that.
今のは冗談ですか？
Yes.
これは？
Who is this her to whom the message refers?
Well,
Hmm.
I don't know exactly.
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate this object? Next,
NEXT。
it is a
鉢
flower.
植え。
It reminds me of something, but I cannot say what.
うー
I
ん
am。scared of birds.
Why?
It
鳥
is
が
an
怖い。
irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh,
あ、でも私の友達にもいる鳥苦手な人。
Now this is interesting. Where did you find it?
in the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Nope.
In fact, you could even say that
昆虫学は
entomology
天
is
文学
the
の正
exact
反対を言って
opposite
るよ
of。astronomy.
Yeah,
うんうんうん。
you could.
I would not say that, however.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No, it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between
な
all
んか
matter
頭
in
いい
the
頭
universe,
いい。
living
言ってる
or
ことが頭
inanimate.
いい。
What
4
a
枚の
mess.
羽。
Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny.
鳥が落としていったんです。
I think.
おそらくは。
My argument stands.
笑い方。
Is that in the photo?
笑い方癖ありすぎだろ
I'm。quite sure that I have no idea.
あはははははははは。
Is my favorite photograph.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
うん。
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
うーん。
That blade.
その刃物。
It's a troll for gardening.
It is. This
レンズ
belongs to
付き。
Professor Pointer,
ポ
does
イ
it
ンター
not?
教授の持ち物。
I think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh,
望遠
yes.
鏡なの？
It has a telescopic lens. It can only be
三脚がないね、
used
で
for
も。
looking at things that are far away.
Do
鳥
you
の図
know
鑑。
who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
あ、お
And
母さん
she
の。
left it in the library?
No, my mother's not been in the library for some time. A book.
本、
My book.
And what's in it?
Pages.
ページ。
I believe Freya was attempting to
何
communicate
かを
something
伝えよ
through
うと
this
してい
painting.
た？
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry
怒り
storm
の
clouds
嵐の
brewing
雲。
above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not
この
paint.
中も血液
A
だった。
whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only
少
partially
しだ
full.
け。
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you
こ
out?
こに入っていたのがそもそもなの
In
か。
fact, it may be considered rather reassuring. A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although, now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint. It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of
フレ
Freya?
アの人形を彫った。
Why did Poppy leave shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be?
わかんないよ。
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not.
象に
for
耳当てはいら
statues.
ないって。
The red paint on the brush is not paint.
筆についてる赤い絵の具は
Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the
血
painting
な
herself?
のね。
Or blood got on the brush
何
and
らかの
palette
方法で
some
血液
other
が
way?
筆とパレットに付着。
Do not know the answer.
わ
That
から
belongs to
ん。
my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found
あった
in
ね、
the
確か
garden
に。
and in the grand hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
飛
The
行機。
gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other
それ
way
か
around.
その反対だった
When
のか
did
な。
it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know
ここ
is
2
that
日
it
くら
must
い
have
の間
happened
に起こった。
sometime in the last 2 days.
ひび割れたテープ。
Is she
怖いよ。
laughing?
怖い。なんで笑うの？なんかポピーの昔に関わると急に笑い始めるの何？
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns
昔
a
の
number
ポ
of
ピー
the
に関する
statues.
こと急にへへへへ
It has
へへ
been
って言い
left
始め
underwater
る。
for an extended period of time.
なんでな？
Right?
なんでなの？
Why?
I do not know why.
There's something about that diary we found in something.
Let's ask her about it.
日記について
Is
聞
this
くん
your
だ。
diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Why is it locked up like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary,
Ah,
is favored in
そういうの、
particular
そういうの、
by
いいっつって。
girls between the ages of 10 and
So there are secrets
秘
written
密
in here?
開け
this
させろ。
particular diary is
開けさ
unused.
せろ。
It doesn't look
めっ
unused.
ちゃもういろんなもん挟まってるよ。何か
It's
書
Fifi's
かれてい
diary,
ま
and
す
she
ね。
has written in it.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
え？誰か
It's
他
somebody
の人の
else's
日
diary.
記？
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original owner was.
直接比較できるもの？ 直接比較できるものあ、持ってるじゃん。持ってるじゃん。なんなら持ってんじゃん。あ、これだ。この秘密の日記、これはレイヤのものだと証明している。あれ違う？違うの？一つだけ？え？色が違うか。そっか、色が若干違うのか。似てるけど色が違うのか。ああ、車ブンブンブンブン、うるさいうるさい。治安が悪いんじゃ治安が悪いんじゃ。フィーフィーは次のものを知らなかった？このフィーフィー？周りを回っていった。いや、すっごいブンブンしてた今。わかんない。ちょっと待ってよ。だがそれはなくしてしまった？この青い本は同じではないのか。似ている？似ている。秘密の日記。そしてそれはフィーフィーのものだと。いや違うな。カチンって言わなかった。違うぞ。
This blue book is somewhat similar to the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya. Almost. Maybe just change
一つだけ。こうか。色あせてるから。色あせてるから。色が違うだけか。
Why would I do either of these things?
何？フィフィは日記の中にある個人的な秘密を人に見られたくなかった。
Didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
よっしゃ。
I know Freya
よっ
was
し
your
ゃ。
friend, but if you're trying to hide something...
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
Innocence?
Might be easier if you just let us read the diary,
悪い
Fifi.
人だと思われないように。
Very well. I will open it. However, as you read it,
読んでいる時も覚えておいてほしいの。
Freya was the most
フ
kind
レイヤは
and
私が
the
今まで
most
出会った
wise
人の中
person
で
I
最
have
も
ever
優し
known.
く、最も賢明な人だった。
Alright, Fifi.
Finally. What's in there?
怪物が戻ってきた。今度は現実の中に。私のせいなの。私が解放したの。あの絵は破壊すべきだったのかも。ソウルベアラーは成功よ。なんて感動的なのかしら。メロディーが2つ。あと2つ必要ね。なに中心への生き方が分かった。ハープに比べれば驚くほど単純だった。彼らを見た5人全員の目が黒く塗りつぶされていた。何があっても私には守るべき約束がある。彼女には誰かがそばにいないと。
Freya was definitely up to
フレイヤは
something.
絶対に何かを掴んでいた
Something
ん
to
だ。
do with the statue in the
庭園
garden,
に
I
ある
think.
像に関係
Maybe
して
we
いる
should。go back and...
黒い目潰されてたって。何これ。
This wasn't here.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy.
There's a
What does
note.
it say? Grimoire?
何。うわ、この子は私の新しいお友達よ。彼は音楽が好きなの。メロディーがあれば彼の心が動くわよ。健闘を祈ってる。フレイヤ。
What do you think?
How?
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's
Good
diary?
idea. Hold on.
Well,
It's a perfect match.
やばい。幽霊。
it's confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
幽霊が助けてくれている
Let's
みたい。
keep this.
What about the little...
Maybe we can put it to some kind of...
うわ、何。やり残した仕事。今のももしかして一つのエンディングだったりする？何今のやり残した仕事。メロディーがってことはピアノ？ちょっと失礼します。産地減ってますな。もう一回ちょっとこれをお願いします。ちょっと弾いてくれますか？
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
「カニ見れないの？あ、カニ見れる。何？音が鳴るところ？あとはここ？あ、違う、屋根裏じゃないわ。蓄音機で音を聞かせればいいのか？蓄音機で音を聞かせますか？飛ばしたらダメなのかな。あ、飛ばしたらダメなのか。いや、これで早送りできるじゃん。うわー、あ、鳥の音じゃダメなのかな。だし早送りじゃダメ？ あ、ダメ？あ、カニさんこれじゃあ反応しないの？ちょっと待って。それともやっぱフルで聞かせなきゃダメ？念のためフルで普通に聞かせてみますか。あれを聞かせて何なんだ？怖いんだよな、この鼻歌。あ、カニ聞ける。ああ、じゃあ普通に聞かなきゃいけないんだ。なになにそれ。またマークが変わるんですな。黒いインクが重なっている。こっちは最初の船着き場にも音が出るものあったよね。あ、そうだっけ？ちょっと聞きに行ってみよう。
It's piano music.
何それは。これはダメ？カニさん動かない？綺麗な音楽とともに寄せ書き募集中ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。どうか集まりますようにこれはめっちゃいい感じの曲だけど動かないのかな。喋ってくれないな。さっきこれ最後まで聞かなくてもなったもんね。ってことはダメなのかな。ダメなのか。ピアノか鼻歌かみたいな感じなのか。じゃあもう今のやつもピアノ、結局ピアノの音だから違うやつってことか。鳥？ショートカットできるようになったのありがたい。
They're bird cages. But the birds
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
鳥の
And
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
鳥鳴かないね。
They're bird cages. The birds
募集かけたはいいけど心臓がワクワクいやもうめっちゃありがたい。めっちゃありがたい。そういうのめっちゃありがたいし嬉しいし、そしてドキドキの気持ちもわかる。
what?
Wind chimes, silent. Wooden wind chimes.
あ、鳴らないのか。
What?
Wind chimes, silent. Wooden wind chimes.
It's just like
Too late.
あ、鳴った。鳥のさえずり。これは何なの？カニさん何なの？
It's a guard, I think.
we
Ready when you are.
いや、わかんないね。でも35分か。
this one's
Okay, that is
looks like a gemstone.
次回かな。続きは次回かな。今日割といろんな人、この人はまだ疑惑聞いてないよね。この人はまだ疑惑を聞いてないから、今後次回この人の疑惑を引き出すことと、ポッピーの疑惑はもう引き出したかな。そうだね、聞き出したでしょ。でフィーフィーも聞いた。フィッツの疑惑は聞いたっけ。あ、聞いたな。あと疑惑聞いてないの誰だ。あ、この人と おじさんの疑惑。じゃあ次回この人にいろいろ木彫りのこととか、なんでフレイヤ作ったのとか聞いて疑惑を解いていく感じかな。あとは音集めかというわけですね。こことフィーフィーはさっき見た、こことおじさんとこの人と、そうだね。じゃあここら辺の疑惑を次回暴いていきましょう。でまだここら辺にある謎のハープの謎とかも解けてないし、ここにあった黒板に書いてあった謎の記号と、ここにあった謎の記号についてもまだ謎が解けてないから、そこは次回分かればいいんだけどな。あ、そうあなたの好きなコピペ、そう7日の日に、あさってかな、あさっての日に、私結構昔からネットサーフィンが好きで、結構面白いコピペ集みたいなのをよう見ることが多くて、友達とよくそういう話をするの。こんなコピペが昔あってさーって、めっちゃ面白くないって身内でも話すことが多いんだけど、せっかくならそれ配信でやろうと思って、ちょうど今日かね、日変わって今日10月5日にお友達の、鹿が、VTuber デビューするので、その鹿の、カノメスイくんと、リゼニアちゃんと3人でコピペについて語っていきたいと思います。結構ね、いろんなコピペ今までネットに溢れてきてると思うので、面白いコピペだったり、泣けるコピペだったり、面白いコピペだったり、何でも全然募集中ですので、マシュマロの方によろしくお願いします。というわけで、この続きいつかな。この続きはね、来週の11か14かどっちかにやりたいと思います。今週の予定としては、水曜日、今日日変わって水曜日はね、その鹿の VTuber さんの、初配信見に行きたいなと思ってるのでお休みします。6日がミクチャかなんかで APEX 練習しようかなと思ってます。最近ミクチャの配信全然してないと思って大慌てで、せっかくエペの練習するときはもうミクチャでもいいかなと思っていて、ぶっけた、手ぶっけた、今ガンって聞こえた、今手ぶっけた。なので6日はミクチャでエペやります。7日はさっき言ったコッペンの配信。8日は、ライカちゃんとスイくんと、シリュウくんと、4人でジャンタマの配信をやりますので、どうぞお楽しみに。というわけで本日も皆さんありがとうございました。次回の配信は6日のミクチャエペでお会いできたらと思います。ついにデビューか。そう、コーポイロハニの近くにある山で鹿プルプルしてたやつ捕まえてきたんでよかったら人間界の恐ろしさ教えてやりましょうさっきなんか寿司屋に行ったらお湯入れるやつあるじゃん。熱いお湯出てくるやつあるじゃん。あれ何ですかって書いてたから、お手手洗うやつだよって人間界の怖さを思い知らせてやりましたというわけでね、次回、あさってのミクチャエペでお会いしましょう。本日も一日ありがとうございました。また次回よろしくね。おやすみなさいませ。おやほへい。おやほへい。ありがとう。